In the 14th century BC, Egypt was at the peak of its power. The country was flourishing. Temples rose in Thebes, and the priests of the god Amun possessed incredible influence and wealth. It was at this time that the young pharaoh Amenhotep IV ascended the throne. At first, nothing foreshadowed any changes. The new ruler continued the traditions, as his ancestors had done. But gradually an idea matured in his mind that would turn the whole of Egypt upside down. Amenhotep IV declared that the supreme deity is Aten, the sun disk that gives light and life to all things. He was not one of the many gods of Egypt, but the only one. So the pharaoh challenged the very heart of the Egyptian religion. The 1,000-year-old pantheon with its Osiris, Isis, Horus, and especially Amun was under threat. Pharaoh changed his name. Now he has become Akhenaten, pleasing to the Aten. As a sign of loyalty to the new deity, he ordered the construction of a new capital, Akhetaton, the horizon of Aten. There, among the desolate hills, a city dedicated to only one god has grown up. But such a sharp turn could not pass without a trace. The priests of Amun, who had held power in their hands for centuries, lost everything. Their temples were closed, their statues were destroyed, their names were hollowed out of the inscriptions. The people were in turmoil. The 1,000-year-old rites were no longer held. The old gods were disappearing from the temples. For the Egyptians, it was a real shock. The world seemed to have lost its foundations. Akhenaten walked forward as if he did not notice the growing discontent. Akhenaten's image was also unusual. On the bas-reliefs, he was not depicted as a traditional pharaoh, mighty, perfect, symmetrical. His face was elongated, his lips were plump, his body was fragile and feminine. Scientists are arguing whether it was symbolism or a real feature of his appearance. The pharaoh did not hide his personal life either. His wife, the great Queen Nefertiti, was depicted next to him on almost equal terms. In the bas-reliefs, they worshipped the Aten together and raised their daughters together. It was revolutionary. Before Akhenaten, wives rarely appeared in official images. However, his reign did not last long. After Akhenaten's death, the struggle for the return of the old gods began. His followers either disappeared or renounced the teachings of the Aten themselves. Akhetaten was abandoned. The city has turned into ruins. Akhenaten's name was deleted from the lists of kings. His temples and images were destroyed. The priests did everything to ensure that there was no trace of the heretic pharaoh. For thousands of years, Egypt did not remember him. It was only in the 19th century that archaeologists came across strange images of a pharaoh with an unusual appearance and a name that did not appear on official lists. That's how the world learned about Akhenaten again. Today, scientists continue to argue, who was he? A brilliant reformer, the first thinker in history to approach the idea of one god, or the madman whose pride nearly destroyed Egypt? Akhenaten has become a symbol of the danger that awaits those who decide to change the very essence of society. They tried to erase his name, but history still preserved his memory. And maybe this is the real paradox. The pharaoh they wanted to forget became the most mysterious and discussed ruler of ancient Egypt.